Hey guys, it's Airsoft here with you. Sorry I haven't uploaded any videos on my channel. I made the channel with me and my two buds that play Airsoft, and we made a video, but it apparently was too long for YouTube. It was 15 minutes and the requirement was under 13 minutes, I think. I don't remember. But, you know, the requirement was under what we had, and it was a pretty cool video. I was trying to edit it to chop off some of the time, because right in the beginning it's like literally like 4 minutes of nothing but one of my friends just sitting in a horse trailer, and, you know, we call it the tank. I mean, that's just what we call it. It's a horse trailer, and it was pretty cool. But, you know, I finally got a video running, so I just wanted to show you what we're working on here. We're working on one of the bases that we have when we play over at my house for Airsoft, where we usually just have like little barricades, and it's made out of this plywood right here. This plywood right here, this stuff right here. We usually just get big pieces of that and just like stick stakes in the ground, and they're basically just shields. We'll have a bunch of those all across the yard, but we're like, well, we need actually bases. This would be cool to do. So we're doing 1 1/4, which is over here. This is all the way in the corner of my property. This is the horse pasture. And then over there, like across that barn right there, that red thing, that's a barn. And then right across over it is the other side of my house. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but see that pole right in the center of the screen? That electrical pole right there? Right over there is where the other end of my yard is. So we're going to build a base over here and a base over there. So, you know, it's going to be pretty cool. But basically, we're just working on this. You know, I'm working on another one of those over there. Well, let's just go over here, actually, because it'll be easier. But this, I took this apart so I could show you guys. But basically, you can't see it very well with that, but you get a long pole demonstration of this. You start to make a base. This is a bigger version of that one over there, but you get a long pole. This is just the base, and you get a long stick pole, something that'll hold up, and that's just the base of it. And you get two medium-sized ones. These ones are actually shorter. It may not look like it, but these ones are shorter than that one. Put it together, make sure it's low enough to where you can put other sticks. They're called rib cages, and make it to where it's down low enough to where you can put those sticks there. And you're going to put a stick, you know, there, then here, then there, one down the center, and you just keep going until all of them have rib cages. And it's basically just going to look like a prison cell. And, but yeah, you just get it to where it's like that. And then you cut down, I mean, bushes. I take one bush, I take one of those bushes, and I laid it on top, which those bushes, I learned out the hard way, are actually pretty sharp. So I don't recommend putting that on top, but I put one on top because it's really thick. But yeah, you just lay brush, thick pieces of grass, weak sticks. I don't even know what these are. I don't know how to describe them, but you can put little bushes, stuff like that on top of it, and make sure it's a thick layer. Mine is not quite waterproof yet, because I went in there when I came down here, and it's freaking soaking wet in there. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's the one that I made, this one right here, that I'm still waterproofing, is still, I mean, it's only big enough for one person. One person and your gear, like canteen, a couple of guns, your vest, your backpack. There's enough room for quite a bit of stuff in there. Or two people if you're going to get all, you know, close with each other. No, maybe girls, but it's a little messed up when you do that with guys, so let's just not. But yeah, mine, big enough for one person and gear. Let me show you. Basically, you're going to lay down on this side right here. This is basically just your little bed. And then back here in this corner, right over here, it's smaller on camera. It's quite big. But back there in that corner, all this over here is where your gear's going to go. And it's enough room for quite a bit of gear, too. And it's supposed to be open, but we have horses, and our horses are quite nosy, so I put a door up But, you know, and I put that there because we're running out of bush, and I know you people are going to look out there like, there's plenty of brush out there, what are you talking about? I was too lazy, so, I mean, this literally took me 2 hours to build, and it was just me, so I mean, the brush took, like, putting it together was like 20 minutes, then it was like an hour and 40 minutes on the brush, so that was the hardest thing. And, moving on over here, this is our foxhole. Looks like a trap. People are going to think, oh my god, they're trying to kill somebody. Now, it's a foxhole, and those of you that don't know what a foxhole is, it's a hole, obviously, and you're going to dig it big enough. It can be for one person, but we're trying to make it big enough for 3+ people. So, basically, you're just going to dig a hole big enough. It doesn't look very big, but it's literally 3 feet in the ground. I mean, it looks like it's maybe a foot, but let me get a closer view to where maybe you guys can understand it more. This, and it goes all the way down here. Like, it's getting pretty big. But, yeah, it's pretty cool. You're gonna dig it big enough to where 3 people plus people can fit in there, and it has to be deep enough to where you can fit in there, and the only thing that the people are going to see if they're looking on the ground is your head. And, you know, those sticks are there to where we can put brush on top of it, and we're just going to have, like, it's going to be invincible pretty much. And people are going to think, well, it's just grass on the ground. Then they're going to be coming over from that way or something. We pop out and we're going to smoke them. But, you know, we're still working on this. And those 2 supports here, I'm sure you're asking, what in the world is that? We weren't planning on this, but I'm sure they'll like the idea. I haven't ran them by them yet, but I just started it. I'm making a tunnel. I'm going to make it to where, now this is our foxhole. We do this thing, you know, maybe, you know, there's like 2 people in here. If they get shot, the one person can run back in the tunnel. I'm thinking maybe, you know, 5 feet or so, something like that. It's big enough to where, you know, you're back there and they're not going to see you unless they get in there. So I'm thinking, you know, get a tunnel. They come in there, they're like, oh yeah, everyone's dead, and then you just shoot them from in there. Or, you know, that's a storage unit too. I was thinking, you know, put your guns, other stuff back in there. So, you know, that's what I'm working on other than that. And this is basically a very big version of that. I just started the base of it. I have not done anything more than the base of it. It still needs to be tied at the top. If you guys didn't know that, when you're making it and you're done, make sure you get like twine, knitting string, not knitting string, crocheting string, something like a string or rope, and tie it around the tops that stick out, and then tie it, and keep tying it until you're comfortable with it, because I came down here and it was falling over, and I built this not even 24 hours ago, and it fell down. So that you make sure you tie it. And the guy recommended that you like dig these into the ground, like dig a little hole, make sure they have notches in the hole. I might do that, but they're already there. So I mean, that's a good tip too. You know, you have notches in the ground, it'll keep those up. So anyways, like I said, just do rib cages. They're called rib cages. You know, stick there, then a stick there. You know, make sure it's low enough to the ground to where these sticks are going to reach. And for this size of one, you're definitely going to need some really tall sticks, because this is almost as tall as me. I mean, as you can see, I mean, look, I mean, I'm literally almost as tall as it, and I'm like 5'8", something like that. So, but yeah, just get rib cages and then just layer it with brush, sticks, little tiny sticks, because you already got big sticks there, but you know, and this is the example, you know, you're going to have your stick there, and you just put little sticks down on the ground, and you just put brush on top of it. So, you know, any kind of brush, you just, I'm doing a crappy job, because I only have one hand, but, you know, you should have plenty of stuff, and that's still kind of caked on top, but, you know, once you push it down and everything, it's going to look like this. It's going to be really nice. I still have to put more on there because it's not waterproof. But yeah, it's pretty good. And those of you who don't know Jesse and Justin. They're not in any of my videos yet, but they're two of my friends. They're twins, so it's going to be hard to tell them apart. But Jesse and Justin are my two friends. They're not here right now. They were going to come over yesterday and spend the night, but they couldn't spend the night, so. But yeah. So, they're going to be in these videos, but this is the first video. I really wanted to get a video out there. This channel's been on for quite a long time. I want to get a video on there. And this is my dog, Muggsy. Muggsy. She's a boxer. She's a good girl. She comes out here with me when I build the forts and everything. She just sits there, walks around. So, but yeah, guys, so Jesse and Justin, two best friends, they play Airsoft. I got a bunch of other people. I'm going to have an Airsoft war here in about 4 weeks. That's why I'm hurrying this stuff. I'm having an Airsoft war in 4 weeks probably. That's going to have 30 plus people. 30 people in this little, I mean, it's not little, but 30 people in this. I mean, really. It's going to be really cool. So, yeah. And one of my friends is bringing her ATV most likely. So I'm going to find out something we can do with that. So, but yeah, I'm going to wrap this up so it's not too long. Peace out, guys. Skelly Airsoft.